Now, they headed to Love Island this summer in search of some romance, and Marcel and Gabby made it all the way to the final, but not without some drama.
When I look back at our journey together, there are so many small moments that mean so much to me, because without these smaller moments, this massive moment wouldn't be happening.
Since the moment I actually met you, it's been an ever-growing connection that I could never have contemplated I'd find in here. Every time you catch me just looking at you and smiling, I'm counting my lucky stars that I met you.
Try and think of all of our moments in there. Now snapshot each one of them in your head and put them together like a mosaic. And if you zoom out of that, you should be able to see a bigger picture, which is me and you standing here after 6 weeks declaring our love to each other. And I love you.
I got goosebumps there. What's wrong with me? I've watched that 10 times.
That was amazing.
It's just so lovely now. I mean, how have you both felt together now, away from a little bit of the spotlight and trying to live a little bit of a normal life?
I'm loving it, if I'm honest. Like, we can actually just enjoy each other's company now without having to be on camera all the time. And, you know, it's refreshing. That's how I feel about it.
So what are the plans now in terms of life together?
I think for the time being, we're gonna try and get back, try and make normal life a bit more normal, even though it's just totally crazy now. But obviously down the line, we are talking about moving in together and doing all the things that come along down the line, you know?
Yeah,
So,
of course. I mean, it's been an incredible, crazy time for all of you, and very, very exciting. But of course, being in the spotlight isn't always brilliant, and we saw that yesterday with you, Gabby, because you felt the need to answer back. And I can't even believe I have to ask you about this, about getting some ridiculous, vile racial abuse, basically, online. How are you dealing with that? How do you feel about that?
I just couldn't believe, in this day and age, that I was ever going to come out to that sort of response. And, you know, I've grown up in multicultural cities all my life and being friends with so many different people and never been, you know, in the brunt of it. So to have to deal with that, and so, publicly as well, it just feels like such a personal attack. It was just awful. I can't believe that it's even going on.
Yeah, but you did feel the need to respond almost because it was too much, actually.
I think it's just because, we don't hear about it as much anymore and it's hidden, but it does still go on. And everyone should know about it, that there are some idiotic people in the world and they should be disgraced.
Yeah, and it was the name and shame thing that you kind of took the approach of yesterday, wasn't it? Because you were just angry about it, which is absolutely... I think we all would have been, to be fair. But moving on from all of that, of course, the lie detector test. And to take you back to that, I felt so sorry for you at the same time, Gabby. And you did such a good job afterwards. The girls did a good job on your behalf, in fact, with the old I love you on the grass. It was all actions speak louder than words. I mean, how did you feel during that whole experiment?
I think, no one ever will know or can know how intense it is in there, and to have to answer those questions that, you know, that we hadn't even spoken about yet, and to be put in the spotlight like that was so hard, and then to have to deal with all the repercussions of it was just awful. But we came out better than ever, and to be honest with you, I'm glad it happened now, because look at us now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, stronger is exactly the word, and you said it straight afterwards, really. It's sort of bonded you in a strange way, isn't it? Yeah, it sort of forced the conversation to happen, didn't it, really?